Hello, long time no see. Welcome in, Sagittarius. This is Lauren, Channel of the Rose here. And today's Spirit really guided me to do a reading for you. There are some messages coming through. So I typically read for rising signs. However, if you're guided into this reading, I do believe there may be a message here for you, Sagittarius. So regardless of what your Sagittarius placements are, maybe give it a listen. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. I have just meditated over your cards. I've pre-shuffled all of the decks, and we're just going to tune into the final energies here together. Coming into this reading, I feel like Spirit has multiple topics to talk about. So we've got some oracle decks here. And if you can hang with me as I pull these cards, I'm going to fully unpack the reading, but I don't like to do the full reading. I may say a few things as we go, but I don't really like to unpack everything until I have everything out on the table. But I do, however, love to have you here with me as I do that. So welcome in to our higher vibrational space. I have, as I said, been meditating, placed the flower of life over our space. And so I invite you to just simply take a moment to bring yourself into a state of presence with me as we call these messages in from Spirit for you. What does Sagittarius need to know, see, understand? What messages do you have for our beautiful Sagittarian collective? All right. Ooh. Perfect for your season. It's a little, here. Here we go, Sagittarius. Pleasure. So I'm going to pull some oracles, as I said, that are going to kind of give us the overall themes for where we're going, okay? We're going to get a Moonology card for you next. Oh, thank you. 2 came out. Oh, wow. All right. The first out is your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon, and it popped out upside down. So we'll feel into that in a moment, but you're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. But your commitment is being tested. All right, let's get a Rose Oracle card, please, for Sagittarius. Our Sagittarius collective community, what do they need to see or know? Please, Spirit, for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, please. What messages do you have for our Sagittarius collective? Okay, it says, ooh. All right. Took a while to really come up with the messages. You've got Sabrosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching, along with rapture. Rapture. Sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. Again, confirming that pleasure message coming through loud and clear for you. I'm loving where this is going, Sagittarius. All right, one more oracle card, please, for the Sagittarius collective. Spirit, what do? Okay, 2 jumping out. First one out, we've got Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded, as well as whale and orca elders, sharing your song, the frequency of sound, and deep diving. Okay, getting some intuitive hits here on messages that want to come through for you, but let's pull our angel tarot cards, please, first, so that we really, all right, Spirit, tuning in to Sagittarius. Tell us the messages, give us the guidance that Sag needs to see, to Sagittarius needs to know, see. Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius. What messages might we have for our Sag? Renewal, Archangel Jeremiah. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Three of Earth, the power of creativity. Sagittarius, please. Three of Fire. Ooh, I love it, Sag. Let's get three more, please, Spirit. What else might we have for Sagittarius? Oof. Everything wanting to come out. All right, now it's getting chatty. Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, thank you for your patience there. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so as we're getting started, the very first thing, I haven't even read all the way through this yet. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. So, whether you're a Sagittarius sun or rising, the sun has just moved into Sagittarius. And we also have Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius. So if you're a Sagittarius rising, this is all taking place in your first house, where we've got the sun illuminating your sense of self, your entire life, right? Bringing vitality to you. And Mercury is going to be there really going over some aspects. And based on this reading, and forgive my voice, by the way, you can probably hear it, I have a bit of a cold, and I was just really guided to do this reading today, so here I am, regardless of cold. All right, Sag, I think what's happening here is you are receiving some type of activation through your, what I'm hearing is your animal body, your primal sense of pleasure. So it's going to be really important right now for you during your season to really work on your root chakra, your sacral chakra, getting really grounded within your root, but focusing on that heart space, okay? Look even here in this card in Sub Rosa, calling attention here, going in through that divine portal of the heart, right? There are mysteries hidden within plain sight. Learning and teaching. This is about an aspect of you coming forward from an activation. So I actually said, I think you're becoming activated. No, I think you're shifting. I think you're shifting after having gone through a very difficult period of time that has activated you. You've been receiving this already. You are integrating this information into your beingness. And now what Spirit is guiding you, the messages that are coming through, is through this activated and embodied sense of self that has kind of coming online, and is going to really be, I hear like a growing, kind of like an ember just growing inside, igniting this fire, this passionate energy within you, that is very oriented to your sacral chakra. It's going to be very creativity based, very pleasure oriented. And in some regards, there's something here that you're not seeing fully, or that is in your unconscious mind, that is an element that is testing your commitment to something that relates to a goal that's very deep to your heart. And I feel that this is in relationship to a space you've just moved through. And what I feel is happening is that you're being guided by your ancestors. You've got protection supporting you from higher realms. We've got both your whale and orca elders, as well as your cosmic ancestors here supporting you through what you've been going through. And they've been bringing guidance in through your intuition, into your frequency. And it's involved you needing to do this deep dive within your own emotional waters. You've had to go through this period of release. And so where we're starting is that you're at this very deep place of renewal right now. The number 20 may be significant. This is Archangel Jeremiah energy. And it's a period, actually. So it's calling attention to the Mercury retrograde and whatever the sun is getting ready to highlight for you in this season, I believe. So I enter, into this reading not knowing really where Spirit wants to take us, but would seem that Spirit wants to talk to you about this season up ahead, that you're in this period of renewal. And it is a process right now of continuing to review and evaluate, really going over what I'm hearing, aspects of your soul's journey, from a higher level perspective. What you're doing is you're reviewing and you're evaluating some of the things that have gone on, and it's acclimating you into some new direction. And here we've got the 3 of Earth next, which is speaking to the power of your creativity, your ability to rebirth, to reimagine, receiving even recognition. This is a card about cooperative efforts that are in the tangible realm. So really putting creative effort into achieving something of high quality that's very tangible to you. Next, we have the 3 of Fires. So 3, 3, okay? We've got 20, we've got 3, 3. And this is abundance energies. This is telling you here a message from Spirit that things are on the uptick. Things are looking really good for you. And that it's right now you're going through this period of growth and change, and patience is still required as things are coming together. It's time at this moment of renewal to be making the long-term plans, to be looking into the longer-term vision. Okay, then we've got 6 of Water. So these are guiding us really from, this is where we're going, and this is kind of guiding us in that process. And sometimes these can be messages coming from past circumstance and how we're processing through. Sometimes these messages are guidance cards that will help us. So let's kind of see what Spirit wanted to share here. So this first card out, Six of Waters, water is always representative of our emotional space here. And this is about memories from the past, memories from past events, from childhood. This could have to do with children, with your family, or any children that you have. But this could also really have to do with your own inner child. And there's this sense here of looking through rose-colored glasses, looking and romanticizing the past more than we should, perhaps more than what is actually accurate, is what I'm hearing. And I believe that this is part of this review that you're doing here in the space of renewal. You're going over things, right? And so maybe what you're going over is you may be rewriting some narratives to the past in relationship to anything that perhaps you weren't being fully honest with yourself about. Then we've got the Three of Air, yeah. So great sadness with this card. So what I'm hearing is that there is some deep sense of heartbreak and nostalgia, something that still is requiring deep healing within you, Sagittarius. There is a need here for you to really apply forgiveness to yourself and to others who were involved in the situation. Because I think what's happening here is you are being reoriented. You're being reoriented into a space of deep love and devotion and romance. It's right here on the horizon. All this sexual energy, all this creativity, all of this love, this devotion and romance, ecstasy, pleasure, all of that is wanting really to come through. But what has happened is perhaps your own commitment might have been tested, or perhaps because this is upside down, this was someone's commitment towards you was tested, right? And it's taken quite a bit of time for you to heal and move past that pain, because what it relates to is the 10 of Earth, a happy family life, financial security, finding the magic in the little things in life. And Spirit is guiding you back into this space of renewal. It's time for you to really put your intentions out there, I just heard. As you're doing this deep dive, Sagittarius, as you are evaluating, as you're going over basically the pain of the past is what I'm hearing, and the heartbreak of the past, what you're being guided to do really is get very clear. And I even heard make a list. So if this resonates with you, making a list for yourself, going over your manifestations, what your boundaries are, where were your boundaries crossed, where were you hurt, what are you no longer willing to settle for. This is a time of assessing both the light and the shadow. It's the diving deep into the hurt and giving yourself space to release that. And so this might be finding others to share your story with. You may need to really lean on friends, perhaps call in a tribe. Maybe there's a support group that could be really healing. Maybe there's a group of people who are working on doing the same thing as you, rebuilding, focusing on growth, focusing on healing. And perhaps that group, and it could just be something simple that's really bringing you pleasure. So maybe it's art therapy, maybe it's dance therapy, right? Creative expression that's very tangible and very, it's about coming together in a group. And I feel like as you're doing that work and really putting your frequency out there, so this is part of your wisdom medicine here, Sag. You need to, take this for what it's worth. Need is a, like me telling you what you should do. The encouragement from Spirit is that you should write this down and speak this out loud. Use your own vibration, use your own voice. So what I really feel guided to tell you to do is to make that list, babes. Make the list for yourself. Call in what it is. You know, it's not until we get clear on what we don't want, what doesn't work for us, and how we were not supported, that then we can shift that into what we are calling in, what does bring us pleasure, what does evoke this deep sense of devotion, of romance. How do you need to be held? What do you need in a partner to really, really activate this sense of the 10 of Earth, of really enjoying all of the little magic that can be found in those partnerships when you just click with someone, right? Excuse my drink. Thank you. Part of this head cold is that I need to keep sipping so that it can keep talking. But what I'm hearing is for you to then turn that into your own manifestations, your own affirmations. Literally writing down what it is you affirm that you want for yourself. So whether, you know, it's just an in general right now because you're healing, right? Affirming what it is you need in the future. This is long-term plans, making long-term plans. So you're creating this now for yourself in this space of renewal. And I feel like when you reach out into your community, when you reach out into your tribe, sharing your song, sharing your story with others around you as you're doing that deep dive, what's happening if you're coming at it from this space of connecting into something you really love, that really, really brings you a deep sense of pleasure, you're going to allow yourself to move those deep, what I'm hearing now is somatically held experiences of trauma that are associated with this pain. And those often land in the root, right? They land in the root and in the sacral as well as the heart. And so this is a process of you allowing your own connection to your pleasure principle to flow through you as a healing balm. As you're healing, it's bringing in this ability for you to move the energy. Okay, you're keeping it moving. It's a master number here. I'm feeling like that 3-3 is, this is you, Sag, keeping it really moving for yourself. You're giving your space this opportunity to release everything that's taken place. Anything that's being held in the body is being allowed to move from this traumatic experience. And you're doing that through pleasure practices. You're doing that through grounding your frequency and moving. And I'm really strongly hearing to lean on dance, lean on song and lean on dance right now to really be a piece of whatever the self-care devotional practice I'm hearing that you should be doing for yourself. Because what's going to happen, this is really exciting. What's going to happen is as you keep focusing on just that work, okay, of doing that for yourself, what you're doing is you're not storing the energy, you're clearing it from your field, you're elevating your vibration, you're calling in all of these new manifestations, and then you're anchoring them into the physical form through this 3-3. You're anchoring that into physical reality. And this is coming for your long-term plan. And it's through these groups, through these acts of pleasure, that you are then going to come into contact with this 10 of Earth. All right, darling. It's freaking magical, Sagittarius. You're calling in your divine counterpart. But you're doing it through your own healing and through your own connection to self. What a beautiful reading, Sagittarius. Please drop it in the comments how this resonates with you. I haven't done these type of readings for a while. I've been getting myself set up in two spaces. One here with you all where I channel specifically very high vibrational light from the Sisterhood of the Rose and for the Sisterhood of the Rose. And so if you're receiving this message, you are likely a very ascended soul who is here to help serve, right? But the message I've been hearing recently about bringing these readings here into this space was because now there's been this almost timeline shift that's taken place, and those who are on more of a high vibrational 5-dimensional 5D timeline are really needing guidance as well, because it's shaken up our worlds. A lot of relationships have ended, as is what sounds like you've gone through here, Sag. There's a lot of shifts and change. And so I just seek to help be a support in that as we go. I myself am really just wanting to be of service, and then also try to figure out how I'm shifting, professionally, for this to be where I'm focusing my energies, and calling in my own abundance. So please support the channel. I'm really going to be focusing on getting this growing again. So I appreciate in advance all of the likes, all of the shares, all the subscribes. If this reading spoke to you, please let me know in the comments. Take good care. Bye-bye.